Okay, hello everyone. um, so I want to just say that I finished chapter 3. I finished recording it, but this part and up to another part that is coming up later, my voice was not coming in properly. So I'm just re-recording a small part of it. So basically we have to try and find a way into the girls' restroom that's all covered up with hair. And if you play the first corpse party, you remember that setting it afire works. Well, we got some matches, but matches aren't enough. We need some alcohol. And to get the alcohol, we need to go into the science lab. But the science lab is locked. So how? So what do? Well, what do is we get the key for it. How do we get the key for it? I will show you how to get the key for the science lab. So let's do that. So I already got the name tags for some of these kids. So unfortunately, it's just going to say, oh, if you check on a body you've already checked, it just tells you that you've already got this and it's already been cataloged. But hopefully I can at least just show you where they are, so that way you can get them on your own if you're watching this to help with your own playthrough. Which I doubt. I'm pretty sure you're watching other people's, but which is fine. Hopefully it's a good let's play, or just a no commentary walkthrough you're watching. This game is fairly straightforward. Oh, fucking hell. Okay. Oh, I don't have a talisman. I thought I did. As I walked down the hallway, I could hear a familiar voice echoing from just around the corner. Turning in the direction of the voice, I confirmed what my ears were telling me. It was Morishige. His eyes were hollow and his face was frozen in a soul-crushing frown. As he walked, he was holding his cell phone lazily in one hand. His tone of voice was decidedly abnormal. He clearly wasn't in his right mind. He paused mid-Mayu and remained dead silent for a moment. His facial expression changed only slightly, adding the tiniest bit of confusion to his all-consuming sadness. See, he even has like the kind of like the fish eyes that Naho had when we met her in the first corpse party. He genuinely seemed stunned to see me. His mouth was agape. Mayu. I looked deeply into his eyes, trying to find some trace of his former intensity, but the flame had gone out. My vision rapidly began to glaze over as tears swelled in my own eyes. Mayu. The phone he held in his hand had a cracked screen, upon which nothing at all was displayed. Just white. I couldn't stop crying. He continued to walk onward on his never-ending mission to find Mayu, swaying about in an unstable fashion as he sauntered down the corridor.
オブシャドウズを見つけなきゃ。
Yeah, it's still chasing us. Damn it. I told you. They are relentless. They're just gonna chase you. Okay, hopefully. I'm hoping there's a talisman in here I can get. Okay, I already got her name tag, but hopefully you can just, still want to get rid of the wire traps, because that'll just help you out in the end. Okay, good. So if you the steamed bun is fine. You can have it. It's not a trap or anything. But it works as a healing item. And so if your Ayumi is really injured, go ahead and eat it. Mine is for the most part fine, so I'm just gonna take it with. I haven't seen those in real life, but I'm sure they exist. So. Okay, maybe she's gone. That's good. So, do be careful. I know it was learned in last chapter, but yeah, as you can see, for real now, do be careful of walking on the red flesh if you can. Because sometimes it's fine, but other times it's not. Alright. So we talked to him. Oh, damn it. Don't have key. My body's in the science lab. He has the key. Find him and get it back. Science lab key. Okay, so he told us what we need to do. We need to get into the science lab because there's the key. But the key is not in the science lab because it's locked. So, where's the key then? You have to pretty much just explore the school to find it. But let's see if we can. I believe this room is locked. Now knowing that, you know, sometimes looking at these memos will have a phantom come out, I don't want to look at them. So that's why I'm not doing it, if that is something you're curious about. Yeah, the less phantoms, the better. There's a talisman. I need those. Double checking, make sure there's no skeletons or corpses or anything of the sort. I'm just getting annoyed that YouTube still isn't accurately letting, portraying my views and whatnot. Basically views and likes, because a couple of my regulars who accounts seem to be banned for whatever reason. I can't even imagine what they've been doing to get banned. I'm sure they're not doing anything. I'm hearing YouTube's been dropping the random ban hammer on accounts that just, for whatever reason, and they refuse to tell them why, which, honestly, I think I went into detail about this in an earlier video, but pretty much, no. I feel like people are entitled to know why they've been banned. But it's just, I am kind of going through a hard time, and I'm kind of taking it out on this, but it's mostly like what's going on behind YouTube and my real life is that I didn't get paid at all for August because I didn't work in August because it was summer vacation. And so I don't have enough in my account right now for when rent is due. I tried to transfer money in it yesterday, but I don't know what the fuck I did. I'll have to ask someone. I'll have to ask one of my teachers when I go to work on Monday. But I can call my company and ask them to advance my paycheck. So I'm gonna send them an email here shortly to please at least advance 20,000 yen, because that's really all I need is 20,000 yen. Ugh. I want to avoid the mass. So I guess it's this side, because there's the wood there, which will hurt Ayumi if I step on it, and I don't want to hurt her. Oh, this room's important later. Okay. Oh, my light's going out. So there's a skeleton there. As I mentioned before, your items do not transfer from chapter to chapter. So, use them while you can. We got some new batteries there, so that's good. But I'm gonna wait until my phone is completely dead to use them. Oh, we got a second talisman. Oh, shit. Man. Ugh, it's just annoying to, have to walk all the way to the other side of the room. So yeah, I'm annoyed with, because early this year, it seemed like my channel was really doing well, and for the past few months, it's just not, like, my views. I've mentioned how, like, I'm checking my views on my videos, and I notice they've gotten smaller. Like, I see you doing it. So I know they're not being... All I want is just an accurate view count and an accurate like count. That's all I ask for. I don't think I'm asking too much. I want to know, how well am I doing? Is my channel... Because I've been doing this for a long time. But when I got back to the States, and pretty much I was seeing online, like, people, like, kind of calling fakers, those who just put a camera in front of the TV and do that, because that's what I used to do. But I was broke. I was a college student. I was an art student in college. And then I went to Japan, and I was even broker there. And it's just, I didn't have the money for a game card, a game capture card. They were way expensive back then too. And it wasn't until, and then I was working at Party City for 3 years. So I was making minimum wage, and so I didn't have any money for that. You met him, didn't you? Fine, I'll let you pass. You can even have the key. And then you can get the key there. And yeah, the name tag's been cataloged, but still. And if you look at their... Oh god, maybe I can show you. Well, I'll show you later. I don't want to do it right now, because we haven't gotten one of them yet. But I'll show you the name tags, because it mentions something that's fairly interesting. Okay, so my batteries have died. So I'll change it. So, and then I was working at Party City, so I couldn't afford anything. It wasn't until I started doing this again when I got a different job, in which I got paid about over $2,000 a month, plus some bonuses I made. So I didn't buy the equipment for that stuff until then, because then I had money for it. And by that point, everyone's been doing this kind of stuff. But even so, it seemed like it's just, I don't know. I started doing this to kind of help with my depression again. And to see, and it seemed like it was doing really well for a while, and now I'm not getting accurate results, and it just looks like I'm doing worse when I have no idea how well I'm doing. So I do very much appreciate those of you who are watching this and liking this and enjoying it. I really do. But I know you can understand my frustrations with this, with YouTube. Because I was looking through my subscribers and noticing some of you guys have subscribed. There's still a few that have been around for 6 years, and during that time where I wasn't uploading anything. So I am grateful. I am very happy you guys are still around. I realized I just uploaded like 700 videos recently. I'm like, oh goodness, I may do something for the 1000th video. 1000. You have to go for certain numbers. You can't do it with every 100. You have to do it for milestone numbers, like 1000. 1000's a milestone number. Ooh. there were some splinters there. I didn't want to step on them. Okay. Now they mentioned his body. I think it's the skeleton. That is that ghost body we found. But since I'm re-recording this due to the audio of my microphone, I think my microphone just got tired. Because the game was fine, because during a certain event, my game froze. And I had to turn everything off and turn it back on to continue. So let's see here. Now we can sort it. By chapter. Okay, chapter 3. Okay, so here's Mai Koshimizu. She was the teacher we met in the reference room. 24. Cause of death bled out after losing intense fight. Came to eliminate person who knew too much. Student teacher was cover ID. Here he is. Here's the ghost we met in the audience and the janitor's closet. So, cause of death, succumbed to fatigue after being trapped in Nirvana, came to investigate mysterious guild. Teacher was cover ID. So originally I was commenting on why are we meeting two people whose teacher was their cover ID? And I believe in the last half of this chapter, I kind of give my theory on that. So I won't say it here. But I just wanted to show you that because it's important. Because I was recording that assuming the audio for this part was okay. So it's important that I wanted to show you at least those two student IDs. Because I'm only re-recording what needs to be re-recorded. This school. And we can't just we can't just reach our legs over everything. Alright, so we need to get in here to get what's over here. There's something in the cabinet. And that's what we need to get in.
急ぎだよ。涅槃に行く前に2、3人殺しておきたかったんだ。お前が逃がしたあいつの代わりにおやすみするか 萌え萌えパワーでハピハピになーれ。つまんない。やっぱ殺すなら張り合いのあるやつだよね。あのビルの屋上ですごい対決したっけな。そんな気もなほちゃん、私が殺したかったね。
Magari flipped open her phone, which displayed as its wallpaper a photograph of Naho. But Naho's face had become a bit darker, a bit less distinct than the last time she'd seen it.
待ってよ、存在まで消え始めてるじゃない。もう、let's go.
Oh, so yes. Even though her existence hadn't faded yet compared to the four from Kisaragi, it does seem that those who did die under Sachiko's curse, eventually their existence are being slowly wiped from this plane. So I think that the reason why those four, it was right away, was because they didn't go return with the rest of their friends like the others. Everyone else had already been dead, so their existence remained a little longer. So I guess that would mean that... no, probably I was thinking that maybe the teacher, Yanagi Hori, and the three that Sachiko killed would probably be forgotten too, but I guess they're actually killed in the real world, so that wouldn't make much sense. But maybe... no, they were killed in the real world. Alright, so Yoshiki's on his way. I'm sorry if I sound a little muffled. I was eating some chocolate bread I bought. It's so good. But I'm all done with it now. Alright. So now we can get into the girls' room, where I think Mayu went in. This apartment makes so many weird noises. I think there's just like constant, really teeny tiny earthquakes happening that causes things to shift about. And you hear it, but you don't really feel it. So let me save here, because what's about to come up is kind of tricky. And if you're having issues with it, pay attention to the layout of the girls' restroom where there are obstacles that you need to avoid. That's my one advice. And you'll see why here in a moment. The hair burned away cleanly, freeing the door. Someone's coming. I have to hide. Oh, maybe that's Yoshiki. 'Cause he's here now. Or Magari. I peeked out from the entrance as stealthily as I could, with my light beaming right through. Fortunately, there was no sign of anyone to be seen. I removed a plastic bottle from my bag and chugged its contents. There was a wooden door frame, but no longer any door. Just the solid wall where the door once was. Before I continue, I just love that she called out for Yoshiki and not Satoshi.
お姉ちゃん。私の方に泳いできて。こっち。こっちだよ。こっちだよ。急がなきゃ。
Oh god. I had light last time and it was helping me out. There we go. Okay. It's gonna cut to my the blind, well, Okay, so I'm gonna just edit in my original recording after this, so please enjoy.